Hi guys, my name is Taya, and today I would like to speak with you about communication and relationship. Specifically, I don't think I have agenda, but today I would like to speak um, generally about communication, relationship, and clear goal in your relationship. This is kind of topic that I would like to discuss. So, first of all, when you start to have relationship, I think you need to be, of course, it's a basic, but looks like for somebody need to be pronounced that you clear, you open, you honest, you not hide it, and you not pretend to impress anybody, to surprise anybody, because not everybody likes surprises. And I give you guarantee that your partner will really appreciate if you will be open and honest on the start. Like, for example, that mention that you met your partner and you try to impress your partner and have a mask that you not really are. For example, if your partner asks you if you want to have relation 50-50, and you said yes, I agree with that, but generally unconsciously mind you're like, no, I disagree with this politics, I don't like this idea. Man, it's a man need to be provide, and men need to make money. Woman have her own job, like maybe grow the kids, cooking or cleaning. So maybe in her mind she have more kind of old school tradition style, and she not interested to have her career, businesswoman, and etc. But if she lie from the start and say, for example, 50-50, he like, okay, I don't think it's working out for me because I won't have traditional woman, and I want to be like a man. I want to feel like a man. I want to be provider, and I would like if my woman want to sit at home, she can sit at home and have some type of hobby that make a little bit money for the lipstick. If she want to work, of course she can be open and go and work, but it's not my main thing. I want that my wife or my partner will be happy and balanced. And if you, for example, try to impress and on the start point that you do not know what in the mind of your partner, maybe you can scare it, or maybe you say something and your partner completely look different way, and he like, you know what, thank you so much for your time, it's not working out, and but we need to go to different direction. But in your mind you want the same, you know, you want the same, and you just lost a partner because you try assume what you think your partner wanted. Yeah, so it's why you need to be open and honest and say everything what in your mind. And if you want to scare your partner from the start, spill it everything, completely be open with everything. And if it's still your partner, this partner will accept with everything in your past, from your goal, from your motivation, from your ideas, from your style, everything. But not assume, because you do not have ability to read somebody's mind. And maybe you will make biggest mistake in your life to pretend what maybe you even uncomfortable, but you think it's your partner wanted. No, never do this. Let's have a next step. If you open and honest from the start, you explain to your partner everything. For example, your goal marriage, your goal have a few kids, your goal to have your own business, and your goal and tradition in a family ABCD. Yeah, and your partner watch exactly same quality partner in his or her life, and let's say you match and you start to working out. Yeah, you dating, I don't know, some months time. And after you need to sit and speak, the more you're together, the more you're dating, it's not only like flowers and candy romantic time that Again, I'm not wrong against this, because everything have time to be. Yeah, and romance and flowers and kisses and candy and etc etc. So for me is, every time when you're growing up in relationship, and next step what? For example, if you start to spend enough time that you can trust each other, you can start to speak with deep conversation. For example, you sit and you ask your partner, what is quality that you mostly like about me? And you hear the answer. This is not criticism. This is not something body try to impress you. Like, you need to know 100% open and honest answer. If you're not ready for the question and answer, don't ask this. So be prepared, because maybe your partner have something in the mind and you have different idea, and don't think like, oh, my partner say this because he want to hurt. No, if you're not ready to the answer, don't ask this question. Next one. What is, for example, free quality that you don't like, or you feel like I can adjust a little bit and it's be helpful for our relationship, or what you would like to a little bit adjust? It doesn't mean that your partner need to change you, but again, what will be better, or from different perspective, different eye, fresh idea, fresh angle, what is your partner see that can be proved and be better for relationship? This is also high quality question. If your partner answer this, okay, what can be, what I can do, something like that you like I do, what I can prove, and what I can stop. This is my favorite question, because I use this question in the business with my employee. When we have our weekly call, we always have this question: start, stop, um, continue. So something that what quality you can start, have something new for be better, what you need to stop immediately because it hurt you, business, relationship, etc., and what you do a great job already that you can continue. So stop, start, start, stop, continue. Yeah, this I think it's a great question and very deep question. What quality you appreciate mostly from your partner? It's also a very good question. Like, very small details, I think, make people happy. And if you acknowledge every small details, for example, your partner wake up in the morning and make a cup of coffee, or maybe when you're cooking and your partner go and help you and clean dishes, or if you um, washing and dishing and cooking, your partner clean the house. If it's a teamwork, or for example, you do something in a house and your partner cut the grass or do it something outside, this it's a teamwork, or you do it together. Maybe it's a grocery because you don't feel like you're a mule. So first of all, you kind of sit, have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, you make a menu, you make a list for the grocery, you go and you spend time together. So you make a choice for healthy lifestyle, like, oh, what do you like? What do you like? What do you prefer to eat or cook or something? So this, it's time together. You share time together, because what a reason to date or live together or marriage if you just work, come back, sleep, make a kids. No, you need to spend time together and have some type of hobby that you can share. um, you can go to the gym, you can go and share and support your partner. If your partner like yoga, okay, maybe you can do yoga together. Or maybe your partner like go to the gym and exercise, okay, one person go for swimming, other person go and I don't know, play basketball or tennis or something. So you both fit and you both spend time together and you motivate together. So maybe you can do this, or maybe you like to read, so we have a trip to the bookstore, and everybody find their own books, and after you sit and have romantic cup of tea next to the fireplace, or you sit outside when you listen noise from the creek and see the star and have romantic candles, and you can sit next to each other outside on terrace and read the book. But for me is open and honest communication in relationship. It's very, very important because this it's a basic. Never guys lie, never guys any pretend, don't have any secret, don't hide anything, because one day it will pop up, and believe me, it's pop up not on the perfect time, not in correct time. And always, how I said, spit it to your partner, everything in your chest, never hold it. Like, have a rules, never go sleep if you're angry. Fix it your trouble before you go sleep, every single time. Doesn't matter if it's 4 a.m., 6 a.m., midnight, you not go sleep before you fix the problem, because with this attitude you just cannot go and sleep. And you need to sleep in the same bedroom, same bed. Not like, oh, you know what, I will go and punish, because this it will be a busy relationship. If like, you know what, we argue, we have disagreement, that it's also normal. Disagreement, it's normal. Disrespect, it's not. So for example, if you have your own opinion and your partner have different opinion, it's normal, it's okay. Just not pressure and like, hey, you know what, your opinion is wrong and mine is correct. This it's not bueno, this is not good. But if your partner have different opinion, it's totally okay. And for example, if you have disagreement and like, you know what, I stopped to talk to you, I will sleep in the couch, it's not good. It's not good. It's abusive relationship. In narcissism, abusive relationship, because this person tried to punish you, to be quiet, to have a distance, and tried to manipulate with you, and you don't want to be with this partner. If you need, again, don't take me wrong, because sometimes people like, you know what, I'm very emotional person, I'm choleric, and I'm very right now in the fire. So before I spit it something that can hurt and I have regret later, give me please 10-15 minutes. I can go and like decompress. After we can continue on a conversation. But again, you need to say this on the phone, not just you turn, left the room and walk away and start driving somewhere. This is not good. This is not. Because if you will do this, it's not clear communication. This will hurt your partner, and in the long term, it's not really working out. But if you, by your mouth, loudly said, hey, honey, I'm right now very emotional. I need time out. Please give me 10 minutes. I will go in my corner or watch a movie, or for example, or write my journal, or just sit and do breath work or gardening for 10-15 minutes, just like grounded. I need this time. I will come back. We can continue. That it will be perfect communication, very clear and very nice. But I think everything with practice and everything independent by the each partner, because some people emotional, some people go and hide it, some people try not hurt the feelings. But again, depends what is your style, what is your communication skills, what is your goal in this relationship. And if you run for long-term relationship and you want to have a healthy relationship, you need to speak a lot. And you need to make quality and environment in your relationship that your partner feel like, hey, I'm your the best friend, the best lover, the best partner, um, very safe environment. So anything that can happen with you, you can come and talk to me about business, about sex, about stress, about parents, about friend, about coworker, about health issue, or worries about economy, investment, forever. And you need to understand that you need to have environment in your relationship that both of you can come and spit it everything and feel safe and feel like not you criticize your partner, you will support. Or if you have different opinion, you can have from different view a little bit like, you know what, I think, what about this? What about that? Like, okay, let's speak about finances, speak about goals, speak about jobs. I hate my job. Okay, great. So what you can improve in your job? Oh, I just hate because I don't want this even area, because a lot of people I know, for example, in Europe when I growing up, yeah, a lot of times in that age, people like have idea that like you need to be doctor, engineer, or lawyer. So we have only three options to make money and be wealthy and successful. So lawyer, doctors, or engineer. Go and pick it up your own poison. Everything else, it's not a job. It's not even exist. It's not very high quality paying job. So you like level medium, not even high top paid. Yeah. And I think a lot of times people feel the stress and pressure from the parents, from the family, from the friends, from other people's opinion that you, of course, you don't need to care about, because when did you see the cat who care about mouse? None. So stop care what people think. Your parents, your friends, society, community, neighbors, forever. If it's make you unhappy, if it's make you uncomfortable, just do what you feel it's right for you, because on the end you have a lot of stress to have this job. If you have a lot of stress, who pay the price? Of course you, because your health, you just destroyed your health. You have consistently cortisol, you have consistently stress, and in the end you will have heart attack. And when you have a heart attack and you cannot work in, who will pay your bills? Neighbor, friend, economy, government? Who? Nobody, only you. So you need to worry about only yourself. If you hated the job, you need to have maybe different job, interview, different resume, different company, or maybe you need completely different area. Like for example, I know the people who want to work like lawyers, and they completely change area and they work for the government. Or people who work for the government, like, oh, you know what, I want to just be art or musician. Other people like, oh, I want to work always like a businessman because it's what they like. And on the end, I read one book and it say about like this guy who was super successful lawyer. He was the best, like most biggest paid lawyer on the area. But when he quit his job, he go for retirement place and he just sit, and people who in retirement place, he sit and read the book. And after he go to the hospital, who have older people who did have a cancer and dying, and he sit and play them guitar music because it's his hobby. And he sit and read the book because they did not have enough visitors, they did not have maybe kids, and that it's what he really enjoy. Yes, it's not making money, but he already was wealthy gentleman, but that is what really he enjoy and make him the biggest happiness in his life than all his life that he go and fight like a lawyer. So you need to find any area and don't be shy or feel like, oh, blame that you find out your purpose when you're like 30, 40, 50, forever, or like 75 or something else. Like you need to find out what you like to do, and tell your partner, be completely open and honest and say, I really hate my job, so you will what do you think about this, like how you will support me, or like if I will start to change my job, maybe it's for the start it will be a little bit less money, but if you passion, if you really have, you're full of heart to do this, and your partner love and support and motivate you, believe me, you will make a ton of money. You will make a ton of money because you love this. You're not miserable and you're happy. I do one project, one hobby that I really, really love it. And I just smile every single day when I do this. So that maybe I will share in another video what I'm doing. What is my hobby? If you're interested, just click, 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 make a comment. Maybe I will share one time what I'm doing extra. But again, in relationship, you need to be completely open and honest about like finance. What is your finance situation? What you planning? When you see yourself in 5 years, in 10 years? how do you see yourself about like house or apartment? Like for example, some people growing in apartment, they're like, I don't want to have houses because it's a lot of stress. It's kind of trigger me and remind me that I can go and to the farm where my grandparents live and I need to work, so it's kind of triggers, so they don't want it. And that person, for example, growing in an apartment and very comfortable, like in their own cocoon in smaller place, then more they happy and make like a cozy, very environment and apartment. Some people like, no, 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 I won't have a farm, I won't have my animal, I won't have my cow, I won't have like 50, 70 acres. It's again different style, different attitude. So you need to be speak with your partner before you start to marry and have relationship, because if you, for example, in your mind you're like, hey, I'm a partner person, and your partner like, no, I won't have like 50, 70 acres, I won't have my farm and I won't grow my two tomatoes, and after you married you're like, oops, it means I cannot live in a big city, I need to go in some type of town, and it's not what I was agree, but like you never speak loudly and your partner never explained that they have in their mind, and they're like, oops, okay, so what you can do? He want to live in a town and village and have their own house in 70 acres, and you're like city girl and you want to live in apartment, for example, yeah. Or um, what is your style, for example, um, in environment that you want to build or tradition in house. Like for example, some people like so crazy, like if it's come to Halloween decoration, Christmas, they spend like ton of money, and other person like a partner like, I don't care. For me, it's like I don't want to do all this stuff. Like all the decoration is not important. I just want to have my sandwich and it's okay. For somebody need like only like sandwich Coca-Cola, and for other like expensive china, and etiquette, and this fork for the fish, and this fork for the meat, and this for the salad, and this for dessert, fork or knife, and so depends what your level and what is your call. And again, you need to speak with your partner all the time, because if you try to build your relationship with your partner and you quiet and you not explain, your partner cannot read the mind. And after one day you will be blew up and pissed off, and you're like, what's going on? Like, surprise, surprise. Yes, it's what happened with mostly relationship. Or, for example, about um, even marriage, yeah, like let's say you're dating, and after you dating enough and you start to think about marriage, for example, and your partner think about give you proposal. For the most of the men, and by the way, men who watch my video, please make a comment below and tell me your opinion, what do you think about, and I will tell you like a female and you can give me comment like a male. For gentlemen, most of the time, I find out, and when I ask men, friend, acquaintances, and everybody that they can to have my questionnaire or analytics, how it's important. And for most of the gentlemen, they're not important. They just kind of shy for all this publicity and be in a, I don't know, top roof restaurant, 5 stars, and when people watching you, when you're in your need to give proposal. Some men think it's just private, because you try to build it up family, you try to build a very romantic situation, so it's not for the public eyes. Be in the beach and give proposal and everybody clapping or something else, or when you go to concert and you're on the stage to ask in front of thousand people. Some people like this style, some people not, and try to have a maximum privacy how it's possible. But again, maybe your woman like to have like public, maybe she like emotion, maybe she want when she jump from parachute you ask proposal, so, or maybe she very private person, and like, no, I will be shame, I will be like, what are you doing, like get up, so to have this for your partner, for example, don't make any sense to have a huge wedding. Like some people that I know personally, they like, no, for me, very important that it's one time shot for my life, and I want to have everybody in my family, my sisters, my brothers, my cousin, my aunt, my uncle, my neighbors, dog of the neighbors, and etc. etc. It's like 500 people. 500 people. I know the friend who have his wedding and 500 people. Like for me, it's not make personally any sense because it's a lot of stress, a lot of organizing, a lot of money. Other couple, I'm sorry, they also have almost 500 people from both sides. And I spoke with them 3 years later after wedding, and they still have a mortgage. And I did not know that. They take a mortgage to pay their wedding, and 3 years later, they still pay mortgage. No criticism. Everybody have different style. But again, some people like so much privacy. Maybe for somebody just like, hey, it's between you and me, and I'm okay to go to the courthouse, sign the paper, have this license, and it's it. For me, not important. I can have a flip flops. For somebody like, no, I want to have huge wedding. It's very big deal because it's one time life shot, and I want to have rest of my life. Some people like, I prefer save money and not pay mortgage for 3 years. I prefer go and have a honeymoon or have down payment for our house so we can have our family and home, and we think about go and have a kids next year, then be broke and pay mortgage because you have 2 days party. Again, you need to speak with your partner what they think about. And if you not say, for example, you want a huge proposal, you want to have a big party, you want to have huge wedding, and your partner have no idea, and your partner just ask you when you walking in a park, and he just like, hey, are you will marry me? And you like, what going on? Yeah, because for him maybe it's not important. Maybe your partner like big party. Maybe your partner don't like party. Maybe your partner don't want to have even wedding. Maybe your partner have idea like, hey, in my fantasy, I don't have 500 people in my wedding, but I want to have romantic time in the beach. And your partner like, no, 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 I'm very like religion, so I want to be in the church. If you not communicate, it will be fight. It will be miscommunication. It will be miserable. It will be fight. It will be disappointment, and in this point maybe you will not even have your wedding because you have completely different style. And if you have your wedding, continue our conversation, for you need to have communication pretty clear, pretty open, pretty honest. What do you want? What dating you want? What marriage you want, what ceremony and wedding you want, what proposal, or what is even important like for your wedding ring. Like, do you want it or you don't want it? Or you will use it, or it's just some old tradition that you don't care and have like some type of plastic or silicone ring? Do you want to have one child? Do you want to have 5 kids? Do you want to have 8 kids? Do you want to have a goal, live outside on the country and town and have your own farm? Do you want to have only apartment? Do you want to travel in 10, 15 years because you plan to have retirement before 40, 45? Because you will run your business and you spend all your time, and you need only one child to focus on the business because you won't have financially stability and be independent. Or you don't want to have all the stress, for you much more comfortable from 9 to 5 work job, and it's it. But you feel like, I don't have any responsibility, I don't have a million employee, I'm just go for working, 5 p.m. is finished and I go home and I have my family time. So you need to communicate what is your goal in your life, what do you want, be open, honest, and have the best communication that you can have. When you do this, I give you guarantee that you will be super happy, super successful, have the best relationship, and you and your partner will be happy. If you have any comment, anything, click, 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 subscribe. If you need it, go to timeandhatten.com, have a booking consultation, and speak with you soon. Bye bye.